And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, and excited to welcome our audience tuning in on Amazon Live, on Facebook, on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Glad you all could be with us. My guest for today, I don't even have to introduce her. You guys see her every week, but I will because I'm a nice person.
Thank you.
Mary Ellen Ciganovich is here with us today. She's an author, motivational speaker, and just an overall incredible person. We're excited to welcome her back to the program. She's had a busy April already, by the way, as I think a lot of people have.
Yes.
We're going to talk to her about this month, but also what it's been like for her to see the response to her books. You guys see there, including her newest one, Truth Lives, as well. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it on the carousel for those tuning in on the Amazon Live side. I also want to let you guys know on Amazon, if you guys are not following us already, we have programming here 7 days a week. So you guys will see us a lot. You can click over in this corner or down below to be able to hit that follow button to stay connected with us. Also, want to let you guys know too that below you will notice as I'm talking about the carousel, that's where you'll find the books by Mary Ellen. She has three of them. She has this one that I held up, Truth Lives, you guys see there. She has this one, you guys see there, Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire, and Taking Responsibility Unleashes True Healing. You guys can get all of them in the carousel as we're talking. Mary Ellen, welcome back to the program.
Well, thank you so much for being here. It's always a blessing and to be with you and to your many wonderful listeners who you inspire every single day of the week. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, I can say the same thing about you, Mary Ellen. So let's start there because, you mentioned in a recent radio interview that we were doing, a lot of people may have gotten introduced to you through the books, but you've been sharing your truth of the day messages for quite some time. What
Mhm.
has that been like for you to see how they went from just a post online to now three books already published and more to come?
Well, it's absolutely amazing. And what's totally amazing is that every time I think to myself, okay, I'm going to stop. That's enough. You've written enough. And then God comes along and tells one person will come along and go, that is exactly what I needed today. Thank you so much, which is God's way of telling me I've got more work to do yet. So I'm not going to quit anytime soon.
Good, good. And I know all of us, including myself, are glad to hear that. Hello to you, Tamika. We see you over there on the Facebook side. Tamika says hello to you as well, Mary Ellen. And that's
Mika.
the other thing, Mary Ellen. One thing that humbles me, and I had an experience happen today. I have to tell you about off the show because I can't publicly talk about it yet. That continues to make me go, wow. Just thinking about what
Mm.
I have the privilege of being able to do, and I look at it as a privilege and the honor to be able to do. Do you still have those wow moments too?
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely. I'm like, every time I go to write another truth of the day, I'll think, okay, God, what do you want me to write? And it just comes. And, when I'm quiet with God, I'll just hear them. And, that we just had Easter. And didn't that what Christ came to bring us? The messages of love and light and positivity and goodness and enthusiasm instead of all of the negativity that so many people are carrying around with them.
Yeah, such a great point. And it goes to a big thing about you too. Now, for those who are new to you on the Amazon Live side, or those who are watching one of our other platforms,
Mhm.
Mary Ellen, I want to talk about the beginning because for a lot of people, they got to know you from the book Truth, Taking Responsibility and Leads to True Healing. But the journey actually began with the first edition of Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. You now, as I mentioned, have three books, including the newest one we're going to dive into, Truth Lives.
Mhm.
Being a published author, that is something, I look at my family. I was saying to someone earlier today, I'm 46 years old. I'll be 47 this year. There was nobody in my family that had ever written a book before.
Mhm.
And so the idea of being an author was, something I aspired to do, but I didn't
Mhm.
have any examples around me of people who had done it. What has it been like for you now to be a three-time published author?
Well, I never thought I'd write a book either. Seriously. I mean, I had to take English twice in college because I got a D, and my mom goes, "Well, at least you didn't fail it." And I'm like, "It's English, Mom. I got to take it over again." Oh, that was not good.
Yeah.
So, writing is something that I enjoy doing. I especially enjoy writing this way, the truths of the day to inspire people. I don't so much like writing when I have to put quotation marks and all those other little things in. And it drives me crazy. And, for some reason, I just started into this. And I never, ever thought that I would be any kind of a speaker, even though I taught middle school for 15 years. I didn't think I'd be a speaker because growing up, I always taken out of class because I had a speech impediment.
Mm.
And the kids, of course, coming back, they'd always laugh at you and everything like that. And, so I was always nervous about being a speaker. Even in college, you had to pass a speech test before you could graduate.
Mm.
I wrecked my car on the way over there because I was so nervous. And so
Wow.
I ran into the office and I was late and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I wrecked my car. I was so late. And I said, what do you need me to do? And she goes, well, you just did it. All I had to do was hear you speak. And I'm like,
Mm.
and that's how our fears, when we allow them to, can hold us back and can stop us and can cause an accident and can cause us to go out of control.
Yeah. Such a great point. Tamika says something I'm sure will make you smile. Mary Ellen, she says, your truth of the day are so inspirational. I enjoy reading them daily. And
Thank you so much.
and I think, for so many people, Mary Ellen, you and I have had the privilege now of meeting in person and spending time with each other. And I'm glad to
Mhm.
call you not only a colleague, but also a friend. There are so many people, though, you have not met who are
Mhm.
inspired by you. How does that feel to know that people have connected with you just by your words?
It's interesting because a lot of people, when they see my picture or just see me, they'll have one opinion of me. Whatever their prejudices are, whatever they were brought up with, they'll think one way. And then when they read my story of how I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 6 and was always told I couldn't get married or have kids, and how I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis when I was 38, then they just take a step back and go, you haven't really been through all that, have you? And I said, well, that's just really the tip of the iceberg,
Hmm.
you know, and that's how we all need to be. When we see each other, each one of us has a story. Each one of us has been through trials and tribulations. And so when you see one person, try to take your prejudices out of the picture and just approach them as a child of God, as a good, loving human being. And if they're having a bad day, or if they're talking in a wrong way, then maybe you can help them. Maybe you can inspire them. And that's just such a positive way to go about your day.
Yeah. And Mary Ellen, you talk a lot about something, and you've actually helped me to look at something differently. I don't know if I've ever said this to you or not, but you talk a lot of times about the things that may be coming to us or things we need to learn from, reminding
Mhm.
us of lessons that we have to learn. And I think to look at it that way, instead of someone being out to get us or God, hates
Mhm.
us. I
Yeah.
think to look at it as a lesson definitely, I
Mhm.
think, makes it easier, but also I think shows us that there's something that we can get through. How has that helped you looking at your circumstances differently? How has that helped you in dealing with the challenges you face?
Well, it's helped me tremendously to make peace with, my mother before she passed away, and I didn't have issues with my father. And, just helped me to make peace with whomever in my life I had an issue with, to look at myself and say, hey, it's not the other person. I need to learn something here. God is putting it, just like God, God didn't put the MS in my life to hurt me. He
Right.
put it there so that I could embrace it with love, embrace this monster totally with love, and learn from it. And what do I need to learn from it? How do I need to eat differently? How do I need to think differently? How do I need to relax more? What do I need to do to learn from it? And that's the theory that I teach all of my clients that come to me or anybody that I speak with. And it's a theory of one finger out, three fingers back, meaning the good you see in others is the good you have inside yourself.
Mm.
And conversely, the things about other people that really hook you or irritate you are God's way of showing you what you need to work on in yourself. And
Love
if you
that.
just see something and you drop it, then it's not in you. And if you see it and the next day you're still hooked, and the next day and the next week, then what is it about that situation that you need to learn?
Mm. Such a great reminder, I think, for all of us. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, You're watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. We're talking with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. She's the author of 3 books. I'm going to go ahead and run through them here on the Amazon Live side if you guys are joining us there. We have Truth, Taking Responsibility, Unleashes True Healing. I have mine here. The Kindle edition right now is on sale for $3.99. A really good deal there on the Kindle edition. You have Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. It also, the Kindle edition is available for $3.99. And then we have the new book, Truth Lives, you guys see there. That one, the Kindle edition is also $3.99. The print edition is $7.99. So the one I have here is $7.99. I had gotten an extra one for a friend of mine, Mary Ellen, so I'm able to show 2 of them in today's broadcast. But I want to actually go to a couple of the messages in the new book. So I've asked you this question before, but because I'm sure there are new people that are watching us here and we do welcome them, I want to talk about the why. Okay, why did you decide that after writing Truth, Taking Responsibility, Unleashes True Healing, and Healing Words, that you needed to write Truth Lives?
For me, my why is my purpose. This is what God wants me to do. I always thought my why was teaching and connecting with at least one child every year, which I know I connected with even more than that. I had another student connect with me yesterday and say, "Hey, were you my teacher?" And I was like, "Yeah." And but it's my why. It's my why I get up in the morning. It's my purpose to post these. It's we all have to have a purpose and a passion, and I enjoy doing it. And when somebody like Tamika leaves comments a lot of the times, and that's such a blessing to me, and I really, really appreciate when anybody leaves a comment. And Tamika, thank you so much for doing it.
Well, and I think too, there's such a great message. I mean, and you've been able to, with every book, Mary Ellen, be able to give us something new. So I'm going to do as I've done before. I'm just going to randomly pick a message, and we're going to discuss it. So this is the great thing about Mary Ellen's book. You can read them from beginning to end, or you can just say, you know what, I'm just going to, just pick one. So this one, I just happen to pick. This is Truth 51 and Truth Lives. You exist in a state of grace. I like the title. So this is what it says. God's grace exists inside all of us. It is your inner beauty that radiates from within you. It touches everyone you meet. It is the unseen hand of God to lift you up at the exact moment you need it. Grace is not based on worthiness, nor is it earned through good deeds. It is unearned favor, freely given, bestowed from God, and available to everyone. Grace is the rain bringing relief to drought-ridden farms. It is the unexpected lid to your perfect job opportunity that comes from a stranger. Grace is what happens to you when you miraculously escape injury or illness. Grace resides in love between people, the check that comes unexpectedly in the mail, the cozy comforts of home, or the forgiveness you bestow on yourself and others. Grace is the state you are in when you pause to be in the moment. To accept grace, all you have to do is open your eyes and choose it. Today, see, experience, and choose grace everywhere you go. Mary Ellen, that's such a great message. And let me tell you the thing as a reader that I took from that, and we can talk about your writing that. I think so many times people do feel unworthy, or they think that is for that person, but they feel either unworthy of it themselves, or that it's not something that is attainable for them because of where they live, what they look like, what they've done. When you were writing this message, you exist in a state of grace. What did you want the reader to take away from it?
I wanted the reader to understand, especially toward the end, that last line about open your eyes, because grace is right there. Grace is in you. We are all one. We are all connected. To be prejudiced against anyone is to be prejudiced against yourself. Grace is in me. The goodness of God is in me. The goodness of God is in you. It's in everybody, everywhere. And all you have to do to accept it, you don't have to earn it. You just have to open your eyes and say, oh, wow, thank you, God, for another day. I really appreciate this opportunity and all this positivity that's going to come from the people I'm going to be able to speak with.
Love that. Love that. And I think that's the thing. I think I love what you just said though, because to be prejudiced and to discriminate against others because of our oneness is to do it
Mhm,
toward yourself. I think if people looked at it that way, I
mhm.
think they would look at other people differently too, and that it really is about us instead of us against them. And I love that. So let's do another one, Mary Ellen. That was fun. Let's choose another one.
Okay, where you going?
Let's flick and see what we get. Ah, number 8. So this is Truth Lives. I have it highlighted again. This one's on sale right now. The print edition for $7.99. The Kindle edition is $3.99. This one is Truth number 8 in this book. You are one with the natural world. At the moment of your birth, you are perfectly attuned to the natural world. As time passes, you discover the sight, smell, and sound of the materialistic synthetic world. These dazzle you and dim the memory of your naturalness. You must become aware to bring your naturalness back to the forefront of your mind. As you go outside to connect with nature, breathing in fresh air, walking in the woods, or simply being at peace in nature through a natural meditation, your level of wellness skyrockets. I know you understand your body is not composed of plastics or other synthetic chemicals. When you consume fresh food, exercise correctly, and breathe in fresh air, you will stay healthy. Of course, all bodies are different, and when you do not eat healthy food, some herbs or vitamins may be necessary. Today, rediscover the world of nature. Now, that's an interesting one, Miriam. So I want to talk about the two things that stood out to me.
Mm.
One, as someone who lives in the country but is not so much into the outdoors, the the importance of taking in the world, separating from the other stuff, and really taking in and appreciating the world. But there is something in here you wrote that really made me think in an interesting way, though. And I love this. I love the way you said this. You said you must become aware to bring your naturalness back to the forefront of your mind. I like that line because I think we do get so caught up in screens and all of this other stuff that we forget about what is there all the time, what is right in front of us. Is that another one of those examples of opening your eyes and really appreciating and enjoying the world that we live in?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Cyrus. This goes along with what I was saying in the last passage that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When you are a newborn baby coming into this world is the absolute closest thing to God on earth. There's no judgments, no motives, no expectations, just a pure bundle of the parents coming together in love and light and joy. And then the memory gets dim and eyes close. And in order to wake up, you have to be aware of yourself. To become one with the natural world again, you have to open your eyes and say, oh, okay, I can do this. I can always come from love, not fear. Drop all my fears. I am a loving child of light and God. Because that light, when you stay in the light, when you always come from love, there is no one to be prejudiced against. There is no one to be vengeful against or jealous against or anything like that. We are truly all one with the natural world. God, and like I was saying in the last one, God is in all of us.
Yeah. So how does that message that God is in all of us, Mary Ellen, how does that then help to keep you encouraged in the work that you're doing? Because the work you're doing is not easy, right? You make it look easy, but it's not easy. We both know that. How does knowing that connection exists, how does that continue to drive you?
Well, just knowing that that's my higher power putting me into this. And like sometimes when I'm doing it, especially because of the MS, I'll get extremely fatigued,
Mhm.
just really, really fatigued. And I'll go, okay, God, just allow me to write one more. Because I wrote the first 2 weeks in May yesterday, or I
Mhm.
just finished the first 2 weeks in May. And I'll just pray and I'll say, help me to do this. I know you want me to do this, so give me the strength to conquer this monster I have to deal with love and go forward so that I can inspire just one more person or just because I know these truths are going to live on a lot longer than I will.
Mm.
All of the books I write and the two more that I'm going to put out will live far beyond my years. And I hope they do.
Mm.
And I hope they reach people, and I hope people will look at them. And what I want Truth Lives to be is a new way of thinking. Read a page and ask yourself, do I think this way? Or how can I think this way? How can I incorporate this into my day? And at the end of the day, come back and reread it and see if you did incorporate it into your day.
Yeah.
You know, you really have to take each page and think to yourself, you know, it's just not a book that you're going to flip through and read. You know, one that you can flip through and read is Healing Words, Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. Yeah, I forgot. My first one, because that is what I call a wake-up book. It's a very small book, yet I think it's one of the most powerful books I ever wrote, because it is each page is a wake-up to awareness, to love, to fear, to everything, to faith, to forgiveness. So you can take any of my books and read them, turn to any page and use it and think that way. Practice being that way. Practice that in your life. And if you make an error and one day you don't, that's okay. Start again the next day.
Love that. Such a great message. Linda is joining us on Facebook there, Mary Ellen. She says, amazing woman, so inspirational. Thanks for
Thank
sharing
you.
your truths. We appreciate that, Linda. Thanks so much for watching as well. Mary Ellen, it is always a pleasure to be able to connect with you, and definitely invite our audience. Make sure you guys get her 3 books. Again, you guys can get the Kindle edition. The Kindle's on sale right now. I'm going to remind you of that here in just a bit. But all 3 of the books are available on Amazon. Again, to go through them, Truth, Taking Responsibility, Unleashes Through Healings. You guys can see it there. I have mine there. Then you have Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. Both the print and the Kindle edition are available there. And then you have the newest book you see here, Truth Lives. The print edition is $7.99. It's on sale right now. Or the Kindle editions of all of her books are only $3.99 on Amazon. So definitely great for yourself. Great to be able to share with others. Mary Ellen always talks about that. Sharing is caring. So if your people you know can be able to benefit from the inspiration, definitely share it with them. And Mary Ellen, how can they stay connected with you?
Well, you can go to my website, which is askmaryellen.com. There are about 5 pages of inspirational blogs that I've put on there. My Miracles with Mary Ellen moment should be on there already. There are all kinds of things you can read. There are quick links over to Amazon to any of my books, and my books make great presents for teachers at the end of the year or graduation or anything that might be coming up. I even had a bride give a set of my books to all of her bridesmaids.
Oh, nice.
It's a great honor.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Mary Ellen, congratulations to
Thank
you
you.
again. Looking forward to our next chat together.
I am as well. Thank you so much, Cyrus, and everybody have a good day. Linda and Tamika and everybody, thank you for being here.
And I appreciate you, Mary Ellen. And we do thank you for watching this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents. Today's show on Amazon Live is being powered by BiteCool. You guys can see it here. You've heard me talk about it before, but BiteCool is the laptop that I use here on Amazon Live for streaming. It's great for those that are gamers as well. If you do a lot of Zoom sessions, that kind of thing, you're looking for a high-powered laptop. It is also very slim, easy to be able to carry. It doesn't take up a lot of space. This one by BiteCool works really well. This is the Windows 10 Pro. It does come with a free upload for Windows 11 as well. It's on sale right now for $259. Again, it's $259. I have mine have it hardwired in right now using a Amazon Basics Ethernet adapter to be able to connect my Ethernet cable to. So it's a great way to be able to stream in a really cool way and also an affordable way as well. Again, this is the BiteCool laptop, the Windows 10 Pro. Again, it's on sale right now for $259. Also, I've seen some of you comment about this before, so I wanted to make sure you guys saw. If you guys are looking for a desk converter, this one by Sunflex is a really nice one. It's on sale right now for $29. $29. That's 50% less than what I paid for mine when I got mine. You can get it in white or black. Really nice. It's height adjustable to be able to adjust according to your height. Also has a place, I'll be able to show it to you here, for your tablet and your phone. You can see it there. But this one is $29 right now here on Amazon. I have it highlighted in my carousel. A really good deal. And as I mentioned, all of Mary Ellen's books are available on Kindle. You guys can get the Kindle with the built-in light there for $89.99. $89.99 is the price. A really good value for the Kindle. They also have a sale right now on Amazon for the Kindle Fire 7. They have it right now for $49.99 as well. So if you guys are looking for a Kindle to be able to read books like Mary Ellen's or other books, if you don't want to use the Kindle for PC or Mac, you can be able to get you an actual Kindle. On my Kindle, I have over 300 books and music on there. It's a really great way to be able to store books, to take them on the go. Really good to be able to manage as well. Again, those are the items in the carousel outside of Mary Ellen's books. Want to make sure I share with you guys again. Appreciate you all being on with us on the Amazon Live side. If you guys have not done so already, I invite you guys to give us a follow. The follow button will be either here on the corner or down below. Feel free to be able to do that so you can stay connected with all of our programming. We are here 7 days a week and looking forward to having you here with us. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you all for watching Cyrus Webb Presents. We'll see you in the next broadcast. Take care.